spirituality. My name is Raymond West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the topic of chaos magic and the philosophy of chaos magic and chaos magic versus African spirituality and who is a chaos magician. This is a term that was popularized in the early 70s in the Western world. The group of people start coming out and they start calling themselves chaos magicians. And they will tell you that they practice chaos magic. People like Aleister Crowley, which could be regarded as one of the main founders of Western occultism in modern time, and Austin Omar Pierce. These are two main characters that made this term popular in the world today. Chaos magic can be defined as unstructured magic. This is a magic that does not follow any predefined rules or tradition or spirituality. It is a kind of magic that is practiced by people that just collects different forms of magical formulas or ideas from every part of the world, and they practice them. They are not initiated into any formal tradition, and they don't want to even practice from one big part of just one tradition. They want to collect resources from anywhere in the world and just practice it. These are the people we call them chaos magicians. For instance, we have people in African spirituality. You will see people that will tell you that they are Ifa practitioners, or people that will tell you that they are Igbe practitioners. People will tell you they are Ordinala practitioners. People will tell you they are Palo Mayombe. Some people will tell you they are Kemetic. People will tell you they are Santeria. What this means that they have different spiritual groups whereby their philosophies and ideas, you intimate yourself with them and you follow them, you follow the traditions, the rules and regulations of these groups, and you practice your spiritual practice, your magical practice is based on their teachings. Okay, this way we say it is a formal structured type of magic you are practicing. When you tell somebody you are an Ifa practitioner or an Ifa devotee, what will come to the mind of this person is that there's certain ways, certain things you are expected to do in this tradition or in this system, and all your spells, your characterization, your mainstream ideology, philosophy is that of these people. Same way you say somebody is practicing Kabbalah. The Kabbalah practitioners will follow the Jewish tradition. We follow the Jewish symbolisms, their magic, how to do things. This probably involve them reading or practicing their Kabbalistic tree of life, using the Tetragrammaton, or any of those things you find in Jewish spirituality, reading the Bible, reading all those their books on magic, using their seals, their angelic seals and all that. This is expected of somebody that practice the Kabbalah, right? And you get somebody that will say, okay, I practice Palo Mayombe. Of course, we'll see this have to do with spirits, working with spirits of the dead, mostly. Same with most of African spirituality practice. But a chaos magician copies from everybody and use these methods. A chaos magician does not follow one tradition. That's why they call themselves chaos magician. In essence, a chaos magician will practice and do anything that works. They don't subscribe to any particular spiritual doctrine or traditionality or practices. A chaos magician can do one spell. It will utilize formulas from 3 different systems just to cast one spell. It will combine them. It will create its own into the mix. It will mix everything up. It will become a soup kitchen. Okay, so when you see this kind of people, uh, what matters is that it works. What matters to the chaos magician is that they get results. They don't care how they get the results. They don't care what they need to do to get the results. But the main thing is that they achieve the result of what they want to do. So people like Aleister Crowley, they are considered like the pioneers of this kind of magic, and they are the ones that popularize it. It is a Western a term for modern day New Age people that are interested in magic. Most of these people, they usually started as dabblers, people that are interested in the occult, in mysteries of life, and start dabbling here and there, trying different things, and recording it down. By the time they have gotten much experience about magic, and they are not really part of any system, they will call themselves chaos magicians. So we have a lot of them in the world today. In fact, if you type chaos magic on Google, you will see so many books. Over hundreds of books on chaos magic is out there. Chaos magic, philosophy of chaos magic, how to practice chaos magic, points of chaos magic, everything is there. These people are people that are not subscribed to any particular spiritual, predefined spiritual system that we know. They just get spells from everywhere. A chaos magician, we get the Muslim spell from Arabia, we get spell from African spirituality, we get spell from Kabbalah. It will mix these three things together in order to create something new. The main thing is that it gets results. So we read Bible, we read Quran, we read any sort of dream wars, magic book, all in the name of doing spell. This is how chaos magicians operate. You cannot really, they don't follow any rules, they don't follow any laws, they don't follow any tradition, they don't respect any boundaries, they're not interested in initiation. A chaos magician only interested in getting results. This is the direct definition of a chaos magician. Okay, so this they are different. They have benefits and there are advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that it allows them to be free of being devoted to any particular system, and it allows them to explore uh, uncharted realms of magical practices. This is what is interesting about it. You can explore different kind of realms, and you can just do anything you want. It gives you absolute freedom, freedom without restriction, freedom without responsibility. That kind of thing is what you will find in chaos magic. Disadvantage is that it is structured, it is organized, it opens a window for many flaws to come in. Many times a chaos magician is bound to make a lot of mistakes, especially in the beginning, before that we have a lot of experience to know what works and what do not works. Because of the multiple experimentation, try and errors that they will do, they can make a lot of mistakes in their spiritual practice, which might slow them down. And it is dangerous too. Mixing different forms of magic together can have an adverse effect. Maybe some traditions or some systems do not work well together, and you decide to be mixing them. It might have a negative effect on you. When somebody can bring two different deities that do not align with each other, and you try to get them to work on the same project, they might have a chemical reaction or a negative reaction to the whole thing, and everything will just blow up in your face. On it will go back to you. It will revise back. All these things are there. There's room for failures. There's room for also expensive. It might be expensive to be practicing this kind of magic, because most times you combine so many elements together, and it will cost you more than if you just follow a prescribed system that have already been proven to be working, and you just follow that system, and later you expand on it. And it is also susceptible to manipulations. When you start going after different deities, especially these spirits that I call bastard spirits in most of these Western occultic grimoires. These are deities or spirits that we can't trace to any indigenous people in the earth. Some of these deities, they are made up. Some of them are negative entities. Some of them are parasites. Some of them are spirits of dead people that did so many bad things, or people of that are members of secret societies that have been able to bind themselves by blood oaths in their past life, and these spirits, they are still trapped in this physical world. So when you just exploring and try to make contact with anything out there, anything out there can be psychotic, demented, or parasitic deities, and you make contact with these spirits can entrap you in their realm and enslave you in this physical world by forcing you to do their own will instead of you living your normal life. We have seen cases like this when people go out to go and buy parasitic deities in the hope that they'll become more powerful. They end up becoming the slaves of these parasitic deities. So a chaos magician is open to any kind of exposure, or you expose yourself to all kind of deities in order to grow or in order to have power. And you see most chaos magicians in the world today, the kind of life that many of them live is not something you want to emulate. Their life is filled with problems, it's filled with negativity, it fills with drama. Somebody like Aleister Crowley, if you study his lifetime, it's not something that somebody you want to emulate. He did a lot of chaos magic. He mixed a lot of stuff. Uh, he, uh, he did so many evil spells with a lot of negative entities, and it didn't end well for him. He died as a pooper, died without nothing, and his life was almost in shambles. You see somebody like Oban. But if you look at chaos magicians, especially these ones you see on Facebook, try to find out their life, their real life. You find out they always have problems in life. They always have problems with substance abuse. They have problems with even finance, getting money for them. Many of them are junkies. Many of them have issues in being living in harmony with life. Many of them are racists. People that have demented mentalities, that have issues or financial problems. So there are so many of them. I don't want to mention their names. Some of them I have done things with them before. They are still chaos magicians today. When I used to practice Western occultism, I came across all these people, and their life always have issues. 90% of the time, over 90%, chaos magicians are people that many of them you don't want to be like them. Okay, so there's dangers with this kind of practice. No rules, no traditions, no limitations, no boundaries, irresponsible. You can't be irresponsible with magic, with a spiritual practice. Okay, this is something that you have to be very clear when you want to be doing spells, especially affecting people. You have to be your mind needs to be clear, and you need to have certain principles you walk by. Okay, a man needs to have principles. When you don't have principles, they say if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Okay, this is a very good proverb in life. So a lot of chaos magicians, they just believe in having power, and they don't know that power have consequences, and power have responsibilities. As an adult, a matured person, absolute power comes with a lot of responsibilities, and you have to make sure that you have a principle. The principles you set for yourself is what will guide you in this life. But if you don't have principles to guide you, you will lost your way, because you'll just be doing things that are out of place, without control, and life will also react to you in that very form too, and you will not like the results. So a man needs to have principles, and it's better to have the principles and die by those principles than you just be living a kind of wayward, irresponsible life. Okay, this is the way I see it to a certain extent. So chaos magic is good, but when you get to a certain point, you need to create a system that you to a set of principles that you need to be working with, protecting you. Chaos magic does not devote you to any particular deity. Most chaos magicians, they operate like assassins. Okay, anything that works, anything that we uh, enrich them, satisfy them, or we give them that um, immediate gratification, they will do it. In chaos magic, you will see chaos magicians mixing spells from different systems together. Casting spells, you take spell from Kabbalah, you will take spell from Santeria, you will take spell from even the Bible. You will mix it up, and you push everything into the ether with the aim of getting results. This is how chaos magicians do that. They use them utilize CJs. Here you will see all kind of braza type of magic, um, masturbating into CJs, or burning of CJs, or blood sacrifice, or all kind of chaos stuff. Or it's just a mixture of all kind of stuff. Burning holy books. A lot of this happens in chaos magic. Burning Quran, burning Bible, all to do spells. And sometimes they can even smoke it to anything you want to do. In this is it's what they do. Any kind of thing that you feel that will work. Radionics, all part of chaos magic. Anything you believe that it will work, this is what they do in chaos magic. It has no rules, it has no boundaries, no limitations, no foundation. The main thing is that it works for them. This is what you will find here, okay? So it is totally different from African spirituality. In African spirituality, we basically work with our African ancestors, and we work with our elemental spirits, celestial spirits. We already have these deities in place. These are systems that have been created by our ancient ancestors, and they have rules, they have principles. The main principle is in harmony. Try to live in harmony, and try to stand for what is right. Follow your conscience, the main conscience of humanity. We have a main structure that is already in place. And what we do as African people, we simply tap into this system, revitalize the system, and we expand on it. We have a template, we have a foundation, we have a tradition, we have our principles. Everything is already here for us. We just need to tap into this system. So it is totally different from chaos magicians that does not have a template that they follow. So if you ask me, I will say African spirituality is better than chaos magic. Okay, okay. They say the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. This one that we know, it's a very powerful system, and it's already in place. So why do somebody want to deviate from it? The only way you will deviate from it is if you don't know that it exists, and if you don't know how to expand on it. So I prefer this one. Most chaos magicians don't want to follow something like this. They want to, like, in their own term, express their own ideas, create something new. Okay, so wherever it takes you, it takes you. Life is all about exploration, and say science is discovery. So I will not rule out chaos magic that is bad. It is not bad as far as you know what you are doing, and you say this is what you want to practice. We cannot tell people what to do with their life. Everybody is free to experience life, and whatever result they get is best for them. We are all here to gather experience at the end of the day. So we cannot say something is bad for somebody, especially if the person is an adult. All adults are free to do anything, then you get the reward for your action. If you choose to live a junkie life, you will get a result. If you choose to kill people, commit crime, you will also get a result. Anyhow you will make your bed is the way you will lie on it. So this is what it is. So chaos magic is out there. There are so many books written on it, and a lot of people practice it, especially in the Western world. And it is what it is. They need to have a name for themselves. This set of people create this term in order to cover them because they are not part of any tradition, but let me say um, they are fascinated by magic and they want to practice it, and based on what they believe on, based on their own terms. So we have a growing number of these people all over the world. But later on, most chaos magicians will some of them later settle for something that they like, and some of them just choose to be where they are. So they are all over the world, especially online. You see them on Facebook, and you see them doing the things that they do. Most of them are for, of course, they are Europeans, of course, white people, and this is the life that they choose to live. So a little chaos magic is not bad anyway. Most of the time, they make use of principles of quantum physics as well. They mix it up with Kabbalah. They mix it up with our Sumerian spirituality, and they mix with African spirituality too. They mix it with Christianity and Islam. It is funny when you see the mixtures, the way these people do their spell. For me, it's funny sometimes. You will smile. It's good if you feel you can mix everything up just to get whatever works for you. According to one of my friends, whatever suits your ganja. So it involves a lot of mixing, combination to bring out results. This is what I am trying to say. Okay. So this is where I will stop today on this topic. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, please hit the enable all notification sign that you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. Hit enable all notification. Okay. If I post articles about African spirituality every day from different authors that express our philosophy and ideology. So if you want to learn African spirituality, this channel is the best resource for you. I have over 900 videos now. You can pick and choose. Just type in any kind of topics. If I have done it in the past, if you sure, and you will know more. You will increase your body of knowledge on this subject. Okay. If you want to learn so many things, you will learn it here. I also have a 6-month program where I teach African spirituality. I teach it step by step. I start you from history, take you to science, then take you to the metaphysics and the hardcore spirituality. Within 6 months, you will be a master of this subject. So what this helps to do is that instead of you going to do unstructured research, picking bits and bits of information where many of them are not true, you can easily get all this knowledge within 6 months from the source, with a lot of evidence that we advance your spiritual development in no small time. I will teach you a lot of spells, African spells, how we combine elements, how we do things to get results. And you need to have this knowledge so that you can teach other people, and you can be able to stand on your own feet, increase your capacity. So please sign up for my program. Then if you want to do your oracle tarot divination, I do that oracle reading. I charge $50 for that too. It's not free, please. Then if you want to read books, I have written this book on quantum physics and African spirituality. This is the first book written on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. It's a very powerful book. In this book, I was able to show the origin of quantum physics from African spirituality. Quantum physics is the study of the invisible particles of nature. Why African spirituality is the study of the spirit world, things you cannot see with the naked eye. It is the same subject. So you have to understand it. For you to know quantum physics, you must understand it from a pure Afrocentric perspective. This is what we have been missing in Africa. All the books I have seen, they have not been able to connect it to Africa because they don't want African people to know that they are the originators of this power. If you want to know it, you need to read this book. This book will start you up. I wrote it very simply, easy to understand. In the book, I covered so many topics. I covered negative space, the evil forest, time travel, space travel, origin of Christianity, the plagiarization of Christianity from ancient Egyptian spirituality. I covered the formula for God, Gagut, that was created by Dr. Oyibo, Grand Unified Almighty theory. You need to know about it. I covered so many topics, classification of deities, 666 melanin, what is dark matter consciousness, where we can find dark matter, the power of dark matter, all those topics that they don't teach in the university, that they don't want you to know, that they don't talk about in your church, in your school. Those deep topics is what I covered here. So if you want to understand all these things, this is the material you need to get your hands on. Very powerful book. Then if you want to know how to do spells, African spells, over 200 of them are here. There's different combinations to heal different sicknesses, spells for love, for protection, prosperity, general well-being. Over 200 powerful spells are here waiting for you. Okay, it will increase your capacity in no small way. Then if you want to know about the Kemetic deities, how to open that gateway to Amente. This book is Whispers of Amente from the spirit world. You want to know about our ancestors, them, how to do the rituals that we bring them into your consciousness, how to connect with them, how to understand them, how to open gateways into African spirituality. This is the formulas that I wrote here. This book will help you, bring you up to speed, and empower you and balance your scale in this lifetime. You need to know all these things before you die, so that when you are in the spirit world, you will not be a mugu. You will not be a stranger when you cross over. So you need to know the people in this book, okay, because they are principles that never change. So know them, upgrade your spiritual development before you come out for this life, or may you not go become JJC to reincarnate back as a mumu. So knowledge is power. There is no knowledge that is not power, according to Mortal Kombat. Now, what you not know now, your mate stay pass you. So may you buy book, read, okay? Spend some money to develop yourself and to advance African spirituality. It's a good thing. It's a win-win for everybody. For you, your generation, for the continent, for me, for everybody that is involved. You will benefit. Everybody will benefit. Okay. So I thank you very much for watching. If you want to buy your spiritual products, your meditation beads, your cowries, native shop, or herbs, or soaps, anything that have to do with spirituality, your beans El Sudan, Dantwala, Dragon's Blood, Rose, Andali, Rose, Mox, Alaji, Abdullah, any kind of spiritual stuff, powerful stuff that work, I have all of them in stock here. So please contact me before you go anywhere else. I hate need to reject money. So if you want to buy stuff, come here. Don't go and buy it outside, then come and be asking me how to use it. I go vest for you. Okay? You not buy for my hand, go buy for somebody, please. Call the company, I tell you how they use them. I'm not going to answer you. So before you buy something, ask me. If I not get them, I will tell you. If I get them, I will tell you, say I get them. Okay? So it go good like that. So I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.